Hey, Blue Table fans, Sean here, and I'm a little slumpy on the vids from April. I originally set a goal of doing 2 vids a day, and I think I can do it. I think I can hit 60 for April. So put me down for that, and let's take a look. First off, we've set up a new battle board for the week for our random reinforcements escalation game. My sons, they are diving in, and I always find their stuff on display out here. They're showing me what they painted. My 18-year-old son, Jonah, he has completed 3,000 points of Grey Knights. And he had some of them done already, but he did just so many conversions and specialty pieces and magnetization for his army. He rolled up a Venerable Dreadnought, and what I ended up with was this, because the regular Dreadnought body isn't nothing to write home about. Isn't nothing? Awesome. So we used a Contemptor Dread, and he just Grey Knight-ified it. And you've got this guy, this Dread Knight. I'm going to be facing that in my battle against him. Yes, we are setting up for a battle report. It's in a state of disarray in here, by the way. My 3.5-year-old daughter comes in here and plays around with the dice and stuff like that. She usually doesn't touch the miniatures for some reason. So this is our battle board, Yule Starport, which you guys have remembered, which you guys can remember, this Arvis lighter. Over here I've got and a random piece of wood for some reason. I've got my Eldar army, which is clocking at about 1,500 points. I've had an amazing time painting it up. Some of it is actually from old collections and trade-ins and stuff like that. Things that didn't quite make it to the web store. Check the liner notes for the link to that, by the way. So my army has Guardians. I've dropped the platforms out of them. They cost a lot and generally don't do much. I have some Shadow Specters. I painted up these Warwalkers just yesterday, and I am loving it. I'm glad I picked Ulthwe. It's a color scheme I've never done. You guys know I always do teal. I did work a little teal in there in the form of buttons and stuff like that. But I got to tell you, the black and the purple and the bone work really well with little pops of red on the jewels. It's a great color scheme. This is my Wave Serpent. It's missing these prongs. I just pulled this out of the scrap bin and painted it up one day for no apparent reason. But I am going to find some of those, put those on, put the shields on here. This Fire Prism, this is spanking. Just love it. And it's got, with Ulthwe, you can do those little zigzag things that they have. I decided not to do that. I went online. I found a lot of different color schemes. And with this one, I just balanced it. I have a north, south, east, west with the bone that sort of balances it all out. And really, it's very elegant color scheme. Jet bikes, an Eldrad that I run as just my Farseer with Singing Spear. And that model wasn't painted by me. It just came in a collection. This is a Warlock that's been on the web store for like 8 years. And I finally just pressed her into active duty. And there you go. So jet bikes, I think I showed you those already. These are Dire Avengers. These are off the store. You notice they have grass on them, unlike the other ones. These are Rangers that we converted up with Dark Eldar heads, arms, and weapons. And Wood Elves Eternal Guard bodies. I gotta tell you, they turned out real keen. And at first, I was a little dismayed that I couldn't find all of this same weapon for their long rifles, but the fact that they have all these different weapons really seems to fit with me. And I love these guys with the helmeted heads. That's a Dark Eldar piece that everybody seems to love. And I love these guys. They look really cool. Hats off to Jonah, by the way. He converted all these up and made them work. He's got a real eye for detail. These are not done, by the way. They need a lot of polish and edging, and but I needed to just get them done, get them on the table. They could also double as Dark Reapers, which would be nice. This is a little Star Wars project. Some Rebels, Jyn Erso. This land speeder, which is so cool. It's like a mercenary land speeder. this Ruined Water, an ATST. I can never keep those straight. Just an amazing terrain piece. And of course the cards that go with them. I'm pleased. Like, not lots of subdued notes on these guys. Lots of variation, but not chaos. And this thing just is the coolest piece. Really just absolutely amazing, and I love it. You got some of my younger son's Tyranids skulking around back here, and he painted this all himself. Did a pretty good job. He tends to peter out on the bases, you know, like that's kind of an afterthought, but he'll get it. He'll get it. And I'm proud of him that he's just doing it. He just sits down, he'll assemble and just paint something overnight and get them done. I turned those Carnifexes to bug meat in our last game, but of course I still lost. And the Warwalkers, I'm having a great time with them. There's a version sold on Forge World called Wasp Assault Walkers, and for 20 points more, they get, I think, 1 extra wound, and they can fly. Ridiculous, and quite frankly, I would love to run those. But with the Escalation League that we're playing, it gives any unit a chance to shine. It's not hyper competitive. Our group is amazing. It's me and my 2 sons. We recently added someone who's going to be playing Dark Eldar, so I'm really excited for that. Hopefully I can get in a battle report with them, show you what's going on. So guys, that's my studio update today. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you got your inspiration for the day.